Cheer. Got my nigga Cheese in this bitch. Midwest UGK, nigga. You already know. Cheer. I said my hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. This 100-round drummy. It'll knock a nigga right down. My dope on my scale. It be knocking watch lights out. My spot do be booming. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. My hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. Welcome. It's time for that. Culture for the streets. We finna talk about one of the, if not the most ghetto version of Poetic justice I've ever seen in my life. Let's get to it. It's time for that. You already know, man. Back like we never left. Let's. Guess what, though? I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding that notification button, man. Listen, it's time for that Culture for the Streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint. We finna talk about one of the most ghetto versions of Poetic justice I ever saw in my life. But let me just emphasize something real quick for y'all before we get started. We see this every day in the ghetto, nigga. Quit acting like we don't see this every day in the ghetto. We see plenty broke broads outside, struggling, running back and forth to their baby daddy. We just talking about them because they rich. So nigga, let's get to it. Saying, listen to me, man. I got a few baby moms. And one thing I do know about having baby moms is they'll put you in a crazy situation sometimes. A situation that you ain't supposed to be in, but you'll be in it just because that's your baby mom. So in this case, what I'm really talking about is like, okay, you got a kid by Chrisean Rock. You from the West Coast, she from Baltimore. She went back to Baltimore to have her kid. You was on the West Coast. But you had to travel to the Baltimore. Baltimore is the trenches. We all know that. It's the trenches. We all know that. It's the trenches. We all know that. My whole point is, if I gotta take 30 dudes with me so I can go see my baby for the first time, I think I'm moving wrong. And why I'm gonna say this is because, okay, if that's your baby mom and she got your well-being is one of her concerns, just like her well-being should be one of your concerns, she wouldn't have you coming through the trenches like that, knowing you gotta move like that, knowing you got situations like that, knowing you already got cases like that. We know how you got to move when you're going through them types of areas and when you got your types of affiliations that you do. So when we see this,
we're outside. And we in Seymour, cuz. Tell me how long you knew me. This ain't LA, cuz. We in Seymour. Tell me how long you knew me. We're outside. And we in Seymour, cuz.
I ain't trying to go through all that just to be able to be safe seeing my kid when we should be able to meet on some types of grounds where everything's safe for not just me, but for you and for my kid. These ain't regular people no more. They are in the celebrity world. They in the industry. They are celebritized. I shouldn't have to. That's almost equivalent to just like coming and stand in the middle of the project so I can get my kid. And this is like one of the top 5 most dangerous projects to stand in, but yet I had to come stand in. Like, come on. We got to improvise a little bit better. I don't want to be no parts of that. I know that. Secondly, Check this out.
And back yet again. Y'all, why? This has only been a few weeks since they dragged each other in social media, and Chrisean told the world that she was done with him. But y'all, she is straight up eating her words now, and she and Blueface are all loved up on our social media streams everywhere. However, Blueface's other baby mama, Jaiyden, is not here for it, and she put Blueface on blast for dumping her for Chrisean. And listen, did Blueface just propose to Chrisean?
Oh yeah, we get married. When? Soon. And then, yeah, I'm having his kids too.
Y'all, this love triangle has actually become a 360 circle because Blueface versus Chrisean versus this Jaiyden drama has gone buck wild, and y'all will not believe the crazy twist of events that just happened. Now, these three have been quite chaotic in the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh. Nigga, oh. It ain't no surprise that she went back. Why? Because she got an attachment to Blueface. Blueface got an attachment to Chrisean. Now they got a kid together. Now they parents of a kid together. Now they got a co-parent. So no matter what they go through ups and downs, they gonna have to patch it up to co-parent correctly, if you get what I'm saying. So that just increases the chances of them getting back together, even though that wasn't even necessary nor needed, because even without child, Blueface was coming back because he possessive, he insecure. The nigga claim he don't love her, but every time they separate and it seems like she having fun or she finna do something else, he go to the internet and he show his true feelings, and next thing you know, they back together. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? And this is typical ghetto-ness. That's why I said this is the worst version of poetic justice we can watch, because the media is rooting for Chrisean because we know what she'd have been through, the road she took, how long her road was, the obstacles she had to jump over to get here where she at. So to see her get away from Blueface for a minute, always have a smile on her face, whether we know if it was authentic or not, right? Right? Decide to have the baby without Blueface present, right? 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 Showing that she was getting money without having to be attached to Blueface, right? Right? This is pure ghetto-ness right here. So this, like I said, this is the same thing we see when we see little Pookie outside getting into it with little Keisha. They've been messing with each other for the longest, but he been messing with 2 other girls across in the other buildings. She done found out about it. She act like she leave and she come back. You know what that look like? You know what that is? I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm sick of this. I'm gone. I'm leaving. I just want to come back home. I just want to come back home. That's exactly the same vibe I'm getting from this situation. Yet y'all think this is abnormal. Yet y'all think this is something that's different because why? They got money, they rich, or whatever you want to say. But at the end of the day, they regular people. They came from the same environments that we come from. So they gonna still do the same types of things because they came from the same type of environment we did. Just because you rich don't mean you don't have feelings no more. Just because you get money don't mean you don't got emotions no more. When you attach to people, money don't wash that away. Being rich don't wash that away. You can live happily ever after in a $1 million mansion, right? But if your heart is already connected to somebody and that person ain't with you, you feel incomplete no matter what you have. And I feel like at some point, yeah, they both get money without each other. They get a bigger bag with each other. This is where it also keeps continuing to be ghetto. Check this out.
Genuinely believed that he wasn't going to. And when Chrisean went into labor, she was with Blueface in Miami partying it up. Well, Chrisean had the baby and tried to move on with her life. And Blueface started some drama when he threatened to take the baby away from her. He said, if she doesn't take my son seriously and make that her main focus and priority for at least 30 days, I will file for custody. You've been warned. Sad part about this is she doesn't know we care about the baby more than her at this point. She's so selfish, only worried about what she wants to do instead of what's best for the child. Y'all, he got dragged for days for being a bitter baby daddy and trying to cause drama with Chrisean.
Because I done been in the same situations. Okay, I'm with my baby mama, but then I got this other girl I'm messing with, and I don't want to let her go because she really like my secondary girl. Now she ends up having a baby too. Now I got two baby mamas with what used to be my secondary girl. And my baby mama who I was with, now I'm going back and forth. But prior to that, before he had a baby with Chrisean, it was always Jaiyden. He was throwing in Chrisean's face. This is gonna be a triangle that don't never stop because Jaiyden ain't gonna stop messing with Blueface. Because can she go out there and get another Blueface? No. Not when you shape like this. He love you. We don't love you. He love you. We don't love you. That's all I'm saying. So just because they promoting that they back together, this don't mean he gonna stop messing with Jaiyden. Because soon as they have a disagreement, he running back to the other baby mom. It's just not gonna be as effective as it used to be now. Because now she got your kid. So you can't go around with Jaiyden and act like, okay, whoopty wop. Because Chrisean got your kid. And the last thing you want to do right now, knowing you got feelings for Chrisean Rock, is see somebody else around Chrisean because now you're going to feel like he around your kid too. As we all do. The ghetto. Poetic justice at its finest. Let me not leave out that we talking about Blueface and Chrisean. Toxicity at its finest. We talking about Blueface and Chrisean. Thunder need to be striking. Because this is the worst version of poetic justice I've never seen. And then to see Jaiyden mad about Blueface back. Chrisean, like she didn't expect this to happen. Like she really thought she just won Blueface back and Chrisean was no longer a problem. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Now he back with Chrisean, and she going at Chrisean like Chrisean would go at her when she would go, when Blueface would run back to her. It ain't always, you ain't always getting the last laugh when the table turn, right? Table turn, it ain't funny. Now you stressed out, taking shots on your live while you streaming, talking. You see what I'm saying? Emotions is showing all over the internet. Do I feel like Chrisean Rock is crazy? In love, yes. Crazy? Yes. Is this situation toxic? Yes. Thunder. Yes. Let me know what you think, man. That like button, subscribe to the channel, ding the notification bell. It's time for that. Culture for the Streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint. One more time.